Trying to stretch to the edge. What a hurl by Jackson! Highlight reel touchdown! The Steelers going to be Louisville in front. Louisville, national champion.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, it feels good to be back here. It's been a minute. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Third Banner Pod. You got Ty, me, that's me. I'm hosting tonight. We got Pat and Connor joining us. Connor with the PK Shades.
There he
PK
is.
Shades.
Monday.
Boys, how's it been tonight?
It's been all right, man. Been all right. Had a crappy experience at Boom Baz next to me, but food was good. It just took forever to get. But other than that, man, everything's good. Kids went down to bed pretty well, so could be worse.
I like to hear it. Connor, how about you?
We went and painted our wedding plates tonight, so
Okay.
got
Painted
Big
that.
days
your
coming
wedding
up, huh?
plates.
What?
Painted your wedding plates?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What did you have to put some gold glitter on them or something?
No, we made our own design on the plates.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Big days coming up, Connor. It's coming up, right? How many weeks?
22 days.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, hey, look, we got a big game tomorrow. Okay. I know, Pat, you probably talked about it a little bit on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But we got a big game tomorrow. We play the Miami Hurricanes, number 6 team in the country. They coming into Louisville. Let's be honest, guys. This game is probably going to make or break the rest of the season. This is it.
I'm not feeling confident.
All the mistakes, all the shortcomings, everything that we've had, it's time to clean it all up and put it behind us, because if not, this team that's coming in here, they're going to kick our ass, guys. They're a good team.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this before I pass it off. I have felt confident all year about this game for a couple reasons. Number one, it's a huge game for a lot of our kids from South Florida.
Yeah.
As opposed to Jacksonville State, like Ross said. This is a big game for them. Okay, a lot of them, they grew up playing a lot of these kids from Miami. A lot of them wanted to go to Miami, probably. It's a big game. They're number 6 in the country. If we know anything about Jeff Brom, his teams usually come out pretty prepared for games like this.
Yep.
I think Miami is very good and talented, but I think they obviously have some weak spots. I don't know how many of y'all stayed up and watched that Cal game.
I fell asleep. I think I fell asleep at halftime.
Boy, they were terrible for 3 quarters. I mean, terrible.
Whoa.
And it took a monumental choke from Cal for Miami to win that game. So.
And a lot of refs of what I've heard.
And a lot of ACC refs, which not surprising, right? But let me pass it off. Patrick, what are your thoughts on the keys? What are the keys to this game for you?
I mean, watching Miami this year, watching us, I think the big key is you've got to establish the run against them. They haven't been very good in run defense. And as we all know, if you can establish the run against any team, it usually opens up play action, the passing game. So Isaac Brown's going to be key. He's got to continue to do what he's going to do, because if early in the game we can establish that 4, 5, 6 yards per carry and get ahead of schedule, then I think we'll have some real success on offense. So I think offensively establishing the run early so that we can open up the pass is big. You don't want also with that you limit their pass rushing ability, which I think is their defensive strength with our old guy Tyler Barron, and some of their other big time
Ruben Bain in there too.
Ruben Bain, who's been a little bit injured part of the year, but obviously is extremely talented. I think defensively, it's just putting pressure on Cam Ward. Cam Ward's an excellent quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. There's no doubt about that. But if you make him uncomfortable, he'll make some mistakes. And I think we've got to win the turnover battle tomorrow if we want to win the game. So I think establishing the run on offense and putting Cam Ward in some precarious situations on defense are my big two things on the both sides of the ball. So
you bring up a good point about the turnovers. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a game where we really, really need to put together at least 2 or 3 turnovers. Try to get pressure on Cam Ward, make him make a mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe force a fumble somewhere, force a timely interception. And Cam is an incredible player. Incredible player. We all know this. I think he should be in New York at the end of the year for the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I don't think he should win. I think it's Genty as of right now, but he should definitely be there.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a player, but he's prone to making mistakes. He can throw a bad ball up there every once in a while. So you make a good point there.
Too.
He should have been here.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be tough, boys. It's going to be tough. Connor, what do you think? What's the big thing you're looking for?
I hate to say I'm not feeling optimistic, but I think all of America is betting on us to win.
It is weird. I have seen a lot of the money come in on us.
Yeah, and it's just weird to think that we started as what, a 3-point underdog, then it went to 4, now it's at 5. Like, I mean, we saw.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, that's what I said.
We saw what our defense looked like against Calandria, who is not even like Cam Ward divided by 10. And Calandria ran all over our defense. And I think Cam Ward's going to throw and run all over our defense because Ron English can't stop a mobile quarterback.
I actually think we played better defense last week than we have.
At first, it's just
at first it was not.
At first, it was just garbage, man. I don't know what it is. Like I will give English credit that at halftime he seems to be making some solid adjustments.
Yeah.
Minus the SMU game, but other than that, I mean, shit, man, it's been kind of rough.
I don't know. I just feel like we also haven't played a quarterback like Cam Ward all year.
Yeah.
We haven't played a quarterback that's going to push it down the field all year. Like Haynes King is either going to be a 10-yard curl, a read option, or a slant route to Malik Rutherford. That was it.
Yeah.
So we haven't had to face a quarterback that's going to push it down the field like Cam Ward is. So that'll be a test for the defense. I think offensive line-wise, Mendoza better get his shit together.
We need Mendoza to play a complete game. We need that for sure.
Yeah, we need somebody to block Ruben Bain, because if you're not blocking Ruben Bain, Tyler Shuck's gonna be on his ass 99% of the day.
Trey says Barron and Bain are gonna have a field day against our O-line unless we get our run game going early. Yeah, I would agree. I think getting Isaac and Key established early, that's going to be a big key. No pun intended for Keywan Brown. Evan says Cam Ward is prone to mistakes if you can get consistent pressure. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, can we get that pressure? Can we get it? Keeping him contained to the pocket is going to be another big thing because he's not like a Kevin Jennings, but he's got legs. He can move. He can run.
He would probably be in between Haynes King and Kevin Jennings.
Somewhere around that, yeah.
The key is in my opinion, Cam Ward has running ability, but he's not gonna kill us on the ground.
Yeah,
but he can kill you he can kill you outside the pocket if you let him in the passing game. So contain is going to be very important. You've got to, you don't want him sitting in the pocket, but you don't want him getting outside the pocket to make plays either. And just getting home with pressure is key. You've got to get home with pressure. You can't get pressure and let him escape. You've got to wrap him up in the backfield. And we really need, I think our secondaries just got to step up, man. You've got to make plays in the secondary. You've got to communicate in the secondary. You can't have guys running free. The secondary's got to play better than they have all year. That's going to be huge because we've got talent back there, but they have not played up to their talent.
It can't be Quincy Riley and a bunch of dudes back there.
Yeah. We need. I mean, Thornton has had that damn club on his arm, his hand, like nearly the entire season. Is he ever going to get that figured out or what? Because I just noticed that it feels like it's hard for him to wrap up and tackle. I've seen him miss some tackles, and it's like,
well, you know what he should do? He should either try to wrap up or have somebody else wrap up, and he should come in and club the ball out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
But then you run the risk of getting a penalty for using the club as a weapon, which is,
the
stupid
club.
penalty.
Well, knowing the ACC refs, they can't wait to call that shit. I'll tell you that much.
I'm surprised it hasn't been called yet.
Big Cardinal fan says, "What the hell's going on with FSU, dude? They are
they scored. It's 17-13.
All right. Well, maybe they're making a little comeback.
Duke just kicked a field goal, so 20-13. But they are ass, man. I don't know what Florida State's going to do about Norvell and that contract because they
need to give Lawrence Taylor the ball is what they need to do.
I think Florida State might need a really rich booster or donor like Deion Sanders to pay out the buyout. You know what I mean?
Or I think that there's a guy that's about 70 miles east that really loves the state of Florida that would love to go to Florida State.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about, but
you're an idiot.
Mark Stoops.
Do I? Oh, Stoops. Stoops would love to go to Florida State.
That was the rumor before Norvell was he was going to go to Florida State.
Interesting. I always thought he was an Iowa guy, but
that too. It's either been Florida State or Iowa. Those are the two jobs that he's been rumored for multiple times.
Josh is just trolling you tonight. All right. I see Anthony's back in here. Anthony, what's up, man? We haven't seen you in here in a minute. Obviously, I haven't been on here, so anyways, we've talked about the keys to the game. Connor, I know you said you're not feeling too optimistic. But give me what you think happens. What's your expectation, final score, all that good stuff.
Final score? Do you want a realistic score and an optimistic score?
Sure, that's cool. Give me that. So
realistic score, I think it might be 42-28 Miami. Optimistic score, I'm hoping it's like 35-31 us. But if our secondary can't pull it together, then Xavier Strepo and Cam Ward are going to have a field day.
I feel that. I kind of feel the same way. But I will say I really do feel. Call me Homer. whatever you want to call them. I just feel like we win this game. I really don't know why. We haven't really shown much of anything the last few weeks to make me say that with confidence.
That's
but
the thing. Everybody wants us to win, and I'm like,
I just feel like we pulled this one out. I don't like this. Just feels like the classic game where Braum has been like he gets his team ready and prepared all week.
he throws a chair before the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game that if you're gonna throw Katarius Hicks into the freaking whiteboard, you do it here because we need something. We need more energy for this one.
Break the board over Brady Brum's back or something.
Something, man. Something. Get the guys juiced and pumped up. The crowd's it's a sellout crowd. It's gonna be a big one. Pat, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I forget what exactly my score prediction was 2 nights ago, but I think it was something like 35-28 us. I think there's going to be some points. The key, we've gone over keys, but we've got to come out fast. We can't, I feel like the last 4 or 5 games, it's been slow starts. The defense has let up a touchdown. The offense has been sluggish. You've got to come out fast. You've got to complete drives. Can't stall in the red zone. We've got the talent to win this game. Miami's extremely talented.
Here's my other thought. You can't get in a shootout with Miami.
Yeah. I mean, you would like to see the defense try to put up some sort of fight against, the Cam Ward passing attack. You would hope, right?
Like the SMU game. The SMU started quick.
Yes.
See, last year I felt more confident against Notre Dame than I do against Miami this year.
Well, I mean, we looked better going into the Notre Dame game than we have this year. I think again, man, the talent's not the issue. These guys haven't gelled like they should have at this point. I think injuries have been a factor. I think coaching has been a factor. But I'm confident if you gave me, Mario Cristobal versus Jeff Braum and said, who do you want coaching your team, especially in a big time game? It's Braum every time. So that's what you've got to hope. You got to hope Braum. This is a Braum game where he gets up for it. And specifically, these big time games are always seem to go in favor of Braum, and they seem to be ones that Cristobal struggles in.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know why. I don't know why Cristobal struggles so bad.
Pressure is a real thing, man. Some people elevate their craft when the pressure is on, and some people fold. And it seems like Cristobal's a guy that kind of folds under pressure. And he hasn't yet this year, but they also haven't. I mean, that's the thing. Miami's played that first game. Texas A&M is legit. No doubt about it. They're a good team. And that was a big-time win for the conference and a big-time win for Miami. But other than that, Miami hasn't played a top-notch team. And these teams they've played I'm not saying they're bad. Cal's a decent team. Virginia Tech's got talent.
Virginia Tech beat the shit out of Boston College last night.
Yeah. But man, I mean, they have gotten extremely lucky to win the past 2 games.
They have. There's no. Listen, I stayed up. There was a few of us that were up that night in the Discord. We were watching it. They were garbage. I mean, just straight garbage for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And then somehow, some way, they just they flipped a switch, like at the very end of the 3rd quarter, going into the 4th, and Cal just shit the bed. There is no other way to say it. They shit the bed. And then the ACC refs get involved, and you know how that goes. Miami and the ACC refs this year are like best friends,
Because the ACC knows that Miami's their ticket to go to the playoff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Miami's their ticket to an at-large bid. I mean, the ACC's got an automatic bid through the championship, so
Well, yeah, but
they'd love for Miami and Clemson to both be good enough to where they both make the.
And I think Clemson's turning it on at the right time, and I'm scared for that game too.
Clemson's looked a lot better. I beginning of the year after that Georgia game, I was like, man, they suck. And then
they got railed in that game. That was terrible.
They have turned it around. Joe says Miami didn't play Texas A&M. They played Florida. You're right,
Florida,
Joe.
you're right.
They did
Who
play
played
Florida.
Texas A&M?
Florida
He
sucked.
says Notre Dame did. Notre Dame played
Dame.
them.
That's what it was. You're right.
Florida sucks.
You're right, Joe. But the point still stands. I mean, we all watched that one too, and Cam was just making Florida look silly.
Yeah,
but
that kind of actually, puts more cadence to my point. They've played good but not great teams yet, and I'm not saying we're a great team, but the argument could be made we're the best team they've played to date when they play us.
Because Florida might be the best team that they played,
right?
And Florida is not good,
right?
Even though somehow they almost beat Tennessee last week, which I don't know how that happened, but whatever.
So I mean, I think we've got a real chance here. I mean, Connor, I'm like you. I'm not like this. I had a great feeling going into that Notre Dame game last year. And I actually had the same great feeling going in, not as good, but I still had a very good feeling going into the Notre Dame game this year.
Did you use the towel before the Notre Dame game?
No, that towel, I don't know where that towel is. I probably need to use it tomorrow. We got to go find it somewhere. But it's just, I get a weird, as a sports fan, it's like I'm a Phillies fan, Connor knows. And the Phillies went into the playoffs this year. And all the pundits are like, oh, the Phillies have a complete team. They're going to be a really big World Series threat. And as a fan that's watched them all year,
I'm like, no.
Watched them struggle down the stretch. I was like, this team's going to go out in the first round.
That's how I feel about the Yankees, too. Like, our bullpen has not been great, but apparently Luke Weaver is the savior.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's not, I don't have that level of a feeling with this Louisville team, but it's just, there's something off and they've got to figure it out. And if they can figure it out, there's talent there to beat a Miami. There's talent to go on the road and play a hell of a game and possibly beat Clemson. And there's talent to make it back to the ACC championship game. But as we started off the show, this is the week you got to do it.
Because if you lose this game, we're going to have, and I don't want to be that person, but it'll be a downward spiral just like it was at the end of the year last year. I have a weird feeling.
Well, and if you lose this game, it's basically impossible to, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's extremely hard to make the ACC championship game with two losses to Miami and SMU, who both have. And then
you have to beat Clemson. You have zero choice to beat them.
And even if you beat them, you got to hope that, I mean, with two losses and losing to Miami and SMU, you got to hope one of those teams loses 3 games in the ACC. And it's a almost insurmountable climb. So it's a must win if you have ACC championship / playoff aspirations. There's no.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna get that loss from Miami unless they just
shit the bed.
Unless they just do what they were doing against Cal, because they have Florida State next week. That might as well be an FCS team for all I care. That Florida State's dog shit.
Hey, chill out.
Duke is 5-1. I mean, they look pretty decent. But they're not. I don't think Duke is going to match up well with them. Georgia Tech, who knows? Wake is terrible.
Haynes King is out, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Wake is terrible, and then Cuse. So you're not going to get it from them. I agree with everything you all just said. It has to change. It's got to change this week. Got to put it all together. Let's catch up on chat a little bit.
Listen, Duke is 5-1. They're up 20-13 on Florida State with 115 total yards in the second half.
So again, I guess my point is that like Miami ain't going to give you that loss. You have to win this game.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. Catching up on chat a little bit. Ezra, what's up, Ezra? How's it been, man? We got Kyle, who's been in Florida this week. Driving back from Florida, been a mess. That's what he says, at least.
Broken. What?
It's been pretty rough out there, apparently. Florida has not had a good time last few weeks. Anthony says their secondary is suspect. I assume we're talking about Miami secondary, right?
Yeah, I would guess so. Although ours is suspect too.
Yeah. Our offensive line's suspect.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So I didn't pay attention. Did we get a word on Monroe Mills?
I think he's out for a few games.
Okay.
God, that's big.
Yeah, that's not good, man. Not good. Anthony says coaching decisions and injuries to key defensive players killed us against SMU and Notre Dame. Yeah.
SMU is just bad all around. Like,
I mean, that game, we
made Jennings look like Lamar.
Yeah, the defense was a killer in that game.
I'm sorry, but Ron did not give us a chance that day. Not a chance at all. With what he had schemed up that week and what he was calling, that shit was not
And
it.
I'm worried that next week when we're playing Boston College, that Castellanos is going to do the same thing that Jennings did.
Well, you got to take it one game at a time now. I'm not worried about Boston College until this game is done and through. And I'll be honest with you, if we lose this game, then I'm not sure how excited I'll be about the Boston
Friday night game against Boston College.
Yeah.
Trent, I see your $2 donation. Unfortunately, I am going to have to pass on reading that one, but I see it and we appreciate you. Big Cardinal fan, Trent, the question. Okay, never mind. Kyle says Mendoza going to pull the chair out from under himself versus Tyler Barron like the O-line guy did against.
Oh God!
Oh God! Don't make me go pull that clip up. That clip is an all-time classic.
And Lamar still won the Heisman. Like,
yeah, that one is an all-timer. Anthony says, as bad as they were against SMU, refs called the fumble correct. We probably win. Hey, Anthony, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Like, you can even say that for the Notre Dame game. I'm as frustrated as everybody else. This hasn't quite gone the way I think a lot of us think. A lot of that has been on us as a team. It's been on us as our team and coaching as well. Some scheme decisions, personnel decisions, whatever. But the refs have been freaking terrible.
Well,
in our games, terrible.
They've been terrible. And what is up? One thing, and it's not just in our games. What is like the protocol this year for overturning an on-field call? Because you've got that fumble in our game. I don't see how you overturn that with video evidence. I don't see how you overturn the Virginia Tech touchdown in the Miami game with video evidence. God. So, and then there's some other things that they have overturned, that they haven't overturned, that I thought there was video evidence to do so. And I just the review process in the ACC this year, I mean, it does make you question, like, if they're calling the ACC office and being like, who do we want?
Like, what do we do?
I'm telling you, that's what I think it is. I'm just gonna be honest. They just make this shit up as they go.
So I heard this, that the coaches, the ACC coaches, and the AFCA is contacting the ACC to have a referendum on referees at the end of the year.
Wow, I don't blame them. It's been awful. And it's been awful for a long time, man.
And it's not just us. It's everybody.
Not just us.
Listen.
It's just awful officiating.
I know that we played like absolute dog shit in that ACC championship game. Our offense was terrible.
We got hoed a couple times.
But we got hosed by the refs so much. And I will never forgive the ACC for that. I will never forgive him for that. I hate this conference. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if that offends anybody, but I hate this place. I hate it here. They host us every
I hate
game.
it here.
Every game, man. And you can make a legitimate case despite our mistakes, despite our shortcomings, that we could be undefeated right now if the refs could actually,
Call a
make
game.
the right call.
Yeah.
You can make that case. Maybe not necessarily all of the Notre Dame game, but definitely SMU. Like that changed the game. So I don't know. But we'll see. Anthony, just know that you just pissed me off because now I'm thinking about ACC refs again. I'm sorry, dude. I can't. I can't do it, man. ACC refs make me want to leave. Yeah, bro. It's bad.
The problem is if we go somewhere else, the refs aren't going to be any better.
There's no way they could be worse than this. There's just no way. Anthony Lewis says, I want Louisville to join the Big 10 or Big 12.
I don't want to
Big
go
12.
to the Big 10. Do you want to go lose to Ohio State every year?
The Big 12 will be a lot of fun.
Hey, we put up.
I want to go wherever we're going to get the most money.
I'm with Pat too. Like I know that competitive wise, like that might suck for a while, but I will say just from a fan perspective, the Big 12 would be a shit ton of fun. But Joe says the losses are bad, and yeah, the refs have been beyond terrible. But my biggest disappointment is we haven't played a really good game yet. Yeah, you're correct. You're right, Joe.
I mean, you could make an argument the first game of the year was pretty good, but of course we were playing against the old Connor U that
the fighting Volpes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe, I'm right there with you, man. That's what makes the season a little frustrating because, like you said, we haven't played a complete game. We've had plenty of mistakes, silly mistakes, big turnovers or questionable calls, decisions, personnel decisions. But then you also throw in the fact that we've just been railed by the ref. We get railed by the refs every week. So it's like, I don't know, man. ACC refs handed Miami 2 wins and totally ducked us multiple games. Tomorrow is going to be a day for the Zebras. Ain't going to be in our favor.
It's going to be 11 on what, 19? Is it 8 refs?
I don't know. They're all 8 of them are terrible.
We're probably going to get the same one that, like, the one that gets all the big games. We're going to get that one because there's no other big games in the ACC, and he's terrible.
Yeah.
I love that this is now just turned into shitting on the ACC refs. Just screw the rest of the show. Let's just kick them while they're down. I'm right there with you guys. There's nothing worse than the ACC refs.
Hold on. There's one ref in particular that is in my head, and I can't think of his name.
I don't want to know their names. That would be detrimental to me and them if I knew their names.
That or we're going to turn into Big Blue Nation here. Sending in letters to their businesses. Kyle says, almost hit a deer on the final stretch. Bro, Kyle, get home, man. You got to get home. Get home, get down the final stretch, get home, and get off the road, man. The deers are bad here at Indiana at night, I'm telling you. Remember when we got hoed against the refs in the Georgia Tech game too? Thankfully, we won. It's week in and week out, man. I don't know what it is. I feel like they just treat us like we're the redheaded stepchild. It's pretty bad.
And you really do hate to use that excuse. And there's definitely we could have overcome the refs, but it does leave that just taste in your mouth of like, guys, can you give us a
throw us a bone
fighting chance, man?
Throw us a bone, something. You're right. I mean, like I said, I've acknowledged we have not played a complete game. We've played like shit at times. It's been the reason why we lost. But you compound that with the refs, and it's like, well, what the hell, man?
So I just Googled ACC football referees, and you want to. And the first thing from Reddit that comes up is ACC officials raked over the coals for bad calls in national championship game. And then the next one under that is, why are ACC refs so bad? How do you what conference actually has good referees?
I'm sure all the conference fans
Hate
bitch
their
about theirs,
referees.
but I'm telling you, man, that the ACC refs are a different breed. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Learn their names and see if they have a roofing business on the side. We are not condoning that. We are not condoning that.
So I did just find this page.
So I'm a little petty tonight. My UofL cup's in the dishwasher. So I had to pick a cup for the show that and
Ooh.
my wife, the Kentucky fan, she went to college at Vanderbilt. So this is going to be the double-edged sword for her because she doesn't root for Vanderbilt in anything. So she gets like doubly upset when Kentucky loses to Vanderbilt.
So I'm just gonna share this screen real quick so you can see one of the
What are we looking at here? Is this gonna be stream safe?
Yeah. Seriously.
Is this stream safe?
Yes, it's fine.
What is it?
Can you not see it?
Oh, ACC, a Twitter account for
There's
ACC
like 4 of
officiating.
them.
This one's got 900
Bad,
followers. I'm jealous.
bad ACC refs. Oh,
ACC refs burn in hell.
Jesus Christ, man! I mean, I hate them pretty bad too, but not like that. Damn. No, that's wild. And also, Pat, you should bring the Vanderbilt Cup a lot more. That's one of those cups that stays. You know what I mean?
I have a Tennessee cup. Does that one count?
You can bring that out after Tennessee Kentucky week.
Yeah.
I also have this Tennessee sweatshirt too.
Anthony says you guys are probably too young to remember the fake fair catch from UConn that cost us the Big East title. I do remember that actually, but I don't think that cost us the Big East title. I think we were terrible that year. That was a Cragthorpe year.
There was a Cragthorpe year, wasn't it?
So it definitely didn't cost us anything, but yes, I remember that. That also was crazy.
I remember.
Anthony, I'm young, but I can remember that one.
I don't remember that.
I think I was in college during that. I was at UofL during that. I went to college. My freshman year was our Orange Bowl year, which was, as a college student being on campus for that and all the games, the West Virginia game that year, that was, the epitome of awesome college football experience as a college student. And then it went to Cragthorpe after that. And I used to fall asleep during games and stuff, man, which fall asleep, I'd pass out probably drinking too much. But I mean, you go from the final BP year to freaking Cragthorpe for 3 years in your college life, man. That was rough.
That's pretty rough. So here is a young fan. We all know who this is. Now this is a young fan.
We all are well aware of who this is.
Who doesn't know this? So you want to see this? I have the video pulled up. I'm going to share it. This might piss people off. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mark doesn't know what we're talking about, though. Is the problem.
This is going to be good for Mark to see. Big Cardinal fan.
Mark, make sure you're watching, brother. We got you. All right. How does this look? Let me get this all figured out here. All right. We good?
Yeah.
Mark, let me know what you think about this one.
So Corey Getchie punts, and Larry Taylor, the Cardinal player, saying call for a fair catch.
He did. He 100% called for a fair catch.
He will score.
You know what's crazy is I remember this vividly, but man, the quality of this, the TV was rough.
But the official
Hey,
Yeah, so this was
100%
this was Cragthorpe's first year.
goes 7
Yeah.
for a touchdown.
So there was still a lot of we had a big time. I think we were ranked like 12th or something going into the year.
There's the fair catch.
Yeah, he did wave. And you saw the first man down for Louisville.
Well, and the problem with a fair catch is like you want to tell players to play
Don't
through
touch
the
him.
whistle, but with a fair catch, if you hit the guy, you're freaking penalized.
You get a
So-
15-yard penalty, but
Like you can't blame the players here at all, man.
Okay, let's slow it down. There's the signal with the right arm.
Mark.
Mark, what was this game? 2007. So almost 20 years later, Mark, you're echoing what we all thought at the same time.
Could you imagine us in Discord if that happened
Oh my
tomorrow?
God!
R.I.P. Steve Cragthorpe, man.
Rest in peace, Steve. We
Hey,
didn't
at
have
least
the
those
greatest
aren't
years,
ACC
but
refs.
that's okay.
Maybe those guys work for the ACC now.
Dude, they might.
Steve Cragthorpe probably hoping that there's a little more time to
Either
Oh,
that or the
officials
the
might-
This
Big
video's
East
4
refs
minutes
went
long.
over
That's
that
hilarious.
shit.
So yeah,
we're gonna talk about basketball.
we can. We're gonna talk a little basketball. Here, let's do this. I planned on having the chat come in and talk if they wanted to. I'm going to post it. If you guys want to join. We'll get you in. We'll probably take maybe 2 or 3, and then we're going to probably get off around 10. So
Please
I'm
let
going to go
Mark
ahead and
come
post
on here.
this.
Please, Mark. Please come on here, Mark.
Please come on here.
There is the link. I'll post it again. If you want to jump in, talk about the game. We might talk a little basketball too here for a little bit if you want. Jump on in. We'll get you in. Like I said, we're probably going to get off at around 10. So if you're going to jump in here quick. Okay.
Joe,
Connor, you said you want to talk basketball?
please tell me that Lawrence Telefili is in the game. I need 7 yards.
I don't know who that is, but anyways.
It's the FSU running back that tore us a new asshole last year.
Well, he's not tearing nothing this year, brother. I hate to tell you. But anyways, you wanted to talk some basketball, Connor. So what's up?
Monday.
The big day, the first exhibition. Throw the shades on. I got mine somewhere. There they are.
I'm disappointed.
EK,
I wasn't
dude.
there
The
to
problem
get some.
is my head's too damn big.
Well, you can give them to me, man.
You can see everything in.
Oh, I can see clear now. I can see a national championship. That's what I see.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, let's talk about it. The first exhibition's on Monday. So, guys, like, what do you all kind of want to see on Monday night?
Not lose.
Obviously,
Well,
what else?
yeah.
I mean, what do you want to see? Like, name someone in particular. Like, what do you want to see from the offense, defense?
I want
I
to
think
see.
I want to
what's on the
see-
Bahamas.
Yeah, I mean, a continuation of the Bahamas, a lot of assist, a fast-paced offense, getting up and down the court, a defense that's going to get into people. I think, again, and I'm going to repeat some of the stuff I said on Wednesday, but you can't take these, after the past 2 years, you can't take these exhibition games for granted.
We're
And
gonna
I think-
learn. We're gonna learn on
Yeah.
Monday.
No learning. We're not no learning.
I think Pat Kelsey has the right attitude. You prepare for these like you prepare for any other game.
Mhm.
So yeah, just a full 40 minutes of crisp basketball. Obviously, you can't play mistake-free basketball. That's hard to do, but just crisp and to look like we did in the Bahamas and to give a full effort for 40 minutes. I think this team's hungry, man. I think you've got a lot of guys who are entering their last year of college and they want to do something with it in terms of team success. So I think you've got a focus group, and if we see that in the exhibition season, these two games versus Young Harris and Spalding, then I think you'll see it carry over to the season. So just treat it like a regular season game and come out ready to play.
Yeah,
Anthony, you should be in jail for this. If I swear to God, Anthony, if I hear the word fight come out of PK's mouth this year,
what about learning?
We're no learning, no fight. I don't want to fight and I don't want to learn. I just want to win.
I don't know if y'all listened to his press conference on
was it Monday, Tuesday
during media day, but he was asked, the last question was like, what should Louisville fans expect, blah blah blah, and it was a really good answer. But at one point in it, he did say, we need you.
I did hear that. He said,
and
I need
was
you.
Like, oh no,
no, PK, no. PK has been literally perfect in the media until that right there. The first time he says fight, learn, or we need you, done.
Or talking about the Titanic.
Yeah, that dude, no. Honor. Anthony's about vomit. Just dude, you should be in prison for typing that one out. I'm not kidding.
Anthony, were you the first one to jump on or off the Titanic?
Anthony's smart. I know Anthony was off that shit after Leanne Rhymes, whatever the hell it was.
Leanne?
No, hey, listen. I agree with what you said, Pat. Just think back to the Bahamas games wasn't that too long ago, but dude, when we watched that, oh my God, it felt so different. You could just feel the energy on the court. The ball was moving. Dude, it was fun. It was fun. And no one cared that we were beating the shit out of a bunch of
Canadians
dudes, or whoever it was. We didn't care. It was just fun. That was the most fun we've had watching Louisville basketball in so long. So
it was fun basketball for sure.
Yes. So to carry on what you said, I agree. I want to see the pace. I want to see the pacing, the ball movement, getting up and down the floor. I want to see the defense. The defense was legitimately fun to watch. Everybody was moving.
I want to see Case and Pryor at point guard.
Case and Pryor. I don't know that you're
going
to get
Case
that
and
one.
Pryor. I don't know if I want to play in point guard.
Yeah. Well, but dude, I want to see Case and Pryor shooting some threes.
Yeah.
Not whatever the hell he did at Louisville Live. That was terrible.
Okay. Pat was not there at Louisville Live. Me and you, Connor, we were.
Brother,
I know this was weeks ago, so I'm not here to bitch. Okay. I love the event Louisville Live. It's a good event. I love meeting the team, meeting the players. I like seeing the personality. All that shit's awesome.
That's all we need.
But that's it. All the stuff in the middle, all the the politician free throw contest, no more, guys. UofL, knock it off. We don't need it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We don't need it. There's just so much downtime, man. It's so much downtime. The intros are hype. It's cool. I love beating the players and the personality. It's really dope. But then they just killed the vibe with 40 minutes of downtime. So hopefully next year we'll get that kind of figured out. But
yeah, I mean Louisville Live needs to be a good hour and a half.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we need.
Maybe an hour.
That's all we need. That's all we need. And it's going to be an awesome event every single time. And you're never going to hear a complaint out of me if it's like that.
But it doesn't need to be 2 hours long.
No. We don't need no politician free throw brick contest. I didn't come here to watch a bunch of 60-year-old guys brick free throws. I didn't come here to watch that.
I did come to watch SVT dunk on somebody, but that didn't happen.
He came, dude. He blocked the shit out of somebody. It was one of the women's players. I couldn't remember who it was. It's kind of funny.
Was it Chelsea Hall?
It might have been Chelsea. It was pretty funny. SVT was cool. That was one of the cool things in the 3v3 that I liked.
It still felt like
okay, Trent, you're done. You're done. I just need to start screening everything you say. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I just need to screen it, okay? Because you're done.
Trent, you should come on. You should click the link and come on.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, if anyone wants to jump in here, like now's the last chance. Okay. We wanted to kind of get off kind of quick. Wanted to come in here, talk to you guys on a Friday night.
We play next Friday, so we will not be here next Friday.
Yeah, Connor brought that up midway through the show in our little private chat. So I don't know what we're gonna do next Friday.
Maybe we do a post game.
One. We might do post game. We might be able to do some post game.
I totally forgot until we started talking about Boston College, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we play them on a Friday."
So that is BC is next week on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we might not have a like a standard show on Friday, but we might do post game. I know I'll be up late, so we'll do that. And then
Mark, I thought you were gonna click the link, sir.
Y'all gonna help me crush this?
He did you not see that? He bought a mini keg of Heineken today.
I did not. That's funny though.
Was that like the mini ones that like fit in your fridge?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah, next Friday we'll probably just do post game. I also have I have a game content ready to go. That's hilarious. So you guys remember when we did Guess Who for football, where we kind of I threw a picture up there of a former Louisville football player, and the guys had to quickly guess who it was. Well, we have got that planned out and ready to roll out for basketball. So probably 2 weeks from now.
Which will be perfect because it'll be right before the first regular season.
Right before we play Moorhead.
Yes. So
and then Tennessee the next week.
Pause. Anyway, so we'll bring that one out in 2 Fridays from now. So that'll be fun. Mark, okay, it doesn't sound like Mark's gonna make it. He is incapacitated. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Let's wrap it up. So we've talked about football, we've talked about the Miami game, we've talked about basketball. Final prediction right here, right now, lay it on the line. Final prediction. Come on, Connor. Just give me it. What is it? Final prediction. I'm holding you to this, by the way.
Okay, well.
Give it to me.
42-28 Miami.
Got the Canes 42-28. Damn.
14. Damn.
All right. It is a 5-point spread, by the way.
I know.
Connor. Let me tell you all something about Connor. Connor, during our football games, cares more about his damn bets than he does the actual UofL game. So,
and let me tell you guys, don't take no betting advice from Mr. Connor down here. His parlays suck. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, so Connor's got 42-28 Miami.
If we win, you can say thank you.
I'm disappointed, but I understand. Patrick, what's yours?
All right, so on our football previews show, it's funny. I've been spot on so far. I had us losing to Notre Dame and SMU, but winning out the rest of the year. So I'm going to hold serve there. And I think the season starts to come together this week. Braum gets them up for a big game, and it catapults us for the rest of the year. I'm going 37-28. Good guys.
37-28. Okay. Couch House. Hey, thanks for joining. A little late, but hey, that's cool. We always appreciate when you come in. Couch House, what do you think about this? I said earlier, this smells like a Jeff Braum game. It's a top 10 team coming into our house. The season has been what it has been. There's been a lot of ups and downs, a whole lot of miscommunications here and there, mistakes. I feel like this is the week that we finally put it together. I know there has been nothing the last 2 to 3 weeks to suggest that we're going to do this, but I just feel it coming. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go Cards 34. Cards 34. Canes 28.
Did you say you were coming?
I like it.
That's not what I said. But anyways,
Good old
Chris
Donnie.
Bell headbutt incoming. Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Chris Bell, I need you, brother. You are the
Yeah,
AJ Brown of
need
this
you.
team, remember? Trent told me you are the AJ Brown of this team. I need you to start acting like it.
I need you to get 2 touchdowns tomorrow.
That's what we need.
More like the Antonio Brown.
I'll take any Brown at this point over what we've got, the last couple weeks from Chris.
Not the Antonio Brown on the field.
You don't want Antonio Brown?
In terms of crazy,
yeah, we don't want that one. Listen, Chris is a hell of a talent. I need more. I just need more, man. I need more out of you.
I need you.
I need you, Chris. You are better than what you're playing. You're better than this. I need you. You got this. 2 touchdowns out of you in the morning, okay? All right, guys, let's wrap up.
Yeah, why do we have a nooner? That sucks.
No, dude, I'm so over the nooners. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. I know that it's been kind of touch and go the last couple weeks. Obviously, I think everybody knows here that we just had a baby, in July. So we're going through the 3-month stage where he never wants to fall asleep. So, it's been touch and go, but I think we're all starting to figure this out a little bit. We're going to be in here a little more. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Okay, like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing. We're going to see you probably next Friday, possibly post game. We'll kind of keep everybody up to date on that. All right. Go Cards. Go Krogering.
Let's go.